I've long been obsessed with this idea of optimization, right? Getting the most output for the least input, efficiency. But recently I learned that isn't really the wisest way to go about things. There are people who are optimizers, and then there are people who are maximizers. And the maximizers just care about getting the highest absolute output, regardless of the amount of input they have to put in. And ultimately, in a competition, especially in business, between optimizers and maximizers, the maximizers will win. So I've been shifting my mindset more towards volume and more towards how do I do more? How do I achieve more? How do I get more out? Rather than worrying so much about the quantity of the inputs. And ultimately, the ability to do more is kind of an opportunity because you learn more, you grow faster, and so on. So there's actually some benefits to having to do more to get the output that you want. The other thing that I realized is basically that you can do a lot and it will eventually teach you the skills needed to figure out what direction you need to be going. So the more you do, the quicker you learn about quality as well. Quantity has a quality of its own, basically. And ultimately, I think this is something a lot of people are missing because our brains are wired to be efficient. We're wired to be lazy as a good thing because, it saves energy, it minimizes risk. But in today's world, there's relatively low risk, right? The worst that can happen isn't that you die, it's just that you lose some money, right? Or that you lose some face. So ultimately, I think maximizing makes a ton of sense. And yeah, I'll report back as I implement it further and see how it goes. But I think this has a lot of potential.